Alright, I guess I'm streaming with a mic. Yeah. Um, let's check that this is working. It should be working fine. I haven't changed anything. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll share it. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this team together. I hope I haven't missed anything. I don't think Typhlosion needs charcoal. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't actually cliff attacks, so. Not using Slowbro or Dugong is actually kind of crazy here. I don't mess up. I hope this isn't. I hope this is all right. Thin line. If something's wrong, it's going to be risky straight away. Okay, I guess something doesn't hold in leftovers. Okay. Just going to give you a citrus. It doesn't. Your item doesn't. Shouldn't matter. And you need a chillum berry. Alright. Natures. You should already be jolly. Timid on Houndoom. You're always in Pierce. You need to be adamant. Make sure you're adamant. I don't think it matters. But... Okay. I can make Typhlosion modest because it's never outspeeding anything. If it's timid or not. Okay, the move set is the weird one here. I will try to win. Thank you. I think Cinderace is going to be styling on the Ursaluna with Libero stuff. Well, I hope it is because I'm not bringing Dugong or Slowbro, who I would use, and like I'm just pivoting between Talonflame for U-turn damage on Slacking. Usually I would just go Slowbro and PP stall it, but I have a faster flying type, so I may as well do this because it makes it a little bit simpler, I guess. So I don't have to count; I just have to U-turn forever. Is that right? Is that what I've got? Oh, I need U-turn instead of I don't need Blaze Kick. Because the team, if you can see it on the, I don't know how well you can see the calc screen. If you can see the team, well, you can see it on the party now. It doesn't look like it's got your usual Norman answers, I would say. Yeah, it's a bit of a mismatch, but it's a bit weird. I mean, Cinderace came up in what for lava, and it's my second top fragger. It's only behind Swanna, and that's because I don't force Swanna, but I did use it a bit more than what it has to be used. You'll be fine. I just need to make sure I did the pre-damage. You need. Well, you don't actually even need roost or anything. But it's just safer to have it. Uh, but yeah, no, having like flying type moves when you can be a steel type or whatever, and you bait ground moves is obviously really good. Um, and the numbers like just about add up where like Aerial Ace plus Iron Head KOs the Ursaluna. So it like gets baited in and then it just actually just gets chain killed because of Libero. Uh, the moves on Talonflame don't actually matter as long as I have U-turn, which I do. And I will make it Flame Body just in case because it'll make it a little bit quicker potentially. Uh, oh, actually, do I want Flame Body because that could make it if it dies on the wrong turn to burn, my switching might not be good. Okay, I don't want Flame Body. Because I want to be able to get the right. I want to make sure I have the right switching on the right turn there. So that's fine then. Um, yeah, your moves actually don't matter. You never click on an attack. You're just switching in. Houndoom's moves do matter. No, just don't want Sucker Punch because then. Oh, there is a little bit of risk here, I think, because if I get the Frostbite on Bitter Malice, I think I'm a little bit. I still KO the Zorok, but I think it can bad odds. But I'm just saying I'll run it back here today if I if that bit goes wrong. I think that's like the one thing that could potentially mess me up. But then it still has to bad odds somewhere, and it's what would it bad odds on if let's double check it. Um, oh, it would still go straight to Valiant and close combat, so it just means that Zorok's coming in later on with a different time, something I wouldn't expect. So it's still going to be the same as like what post KO would be. Uh, so it's whatever. And then Livani. Yeah, okay, I think I'm ready. I just need to do the pre-damage, make sure that's right. Starting to get a lot more use. I haven't really had Gliscod on many runs, so I'm starting to get more use out of that. The way so people spam it on run and bun, and potentially getting two switches a fight, which it could happen here if I need it as a backup. In fact, it's actually partly planned to happen here on the Cyclozar at the end. 123. I mean, that's 128. I'll go to that. Oranberry. And then I hit it. Antidote. Okay. I think that's it. I think it's fine. U-turn, Aerial Ace, Iron Head, Low Kick, Jolly. Your moves, as long as you have first impression, is fine. As long as you have U-turn, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. I hope I don't get frostbitten and then it doesn't bad odds, but I think it'll be fine. I've got a lot of easy switches for Torok anyway. Okay. All right. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Let's go. That always scares me. I'm like, wait, why is it leading to obstacle? For God's sake. There's always a moment. I'd never get used to it. Anytime there's illusion stuff. Alright, it's just U-turn here. I'm faster and it'll break the thing. It's always hyper voice. To break sash and yeah. And now it's always hyper voice, so I'll go into my ghost type. Now it's always bitter malice, so I go into my dark type. And hopefully I don't get frostbitten. I get frostbitten. Okay. Okay, so as the base Houndoom, everything can switch in here. But I don't know. I don't think I actually show the KO to it. I think that's what was fine. I think I don't actually. show KO because I didn't put Sucker Punch on, and U-turn did 25 to 29%. So even if U-turn were max rolled, I think that right now with the Frostbite, I don't show a KO on the ninth roll, so it shouldn't bad odds. But when I Mega Evolve, I will outspeed and KO it, so I think it doesn't actually matter. I think it was only if U-turn crit. So we're fine. Mega Hound Boom, once it's after the Frostbite, it's still gonna KO this. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that wasn't really even much of a risk. It was like crit into Frostbite into bad odds. And even then it goes into the same order, so it would be, does it mess up baiting later on? And this is always Valiant close combat coming in, because it's the only other thing that outspeeds me is Cyclizar, and Aquatel can only do up to 50%. Okay, and it's never Spirit Roach. Yeah, and it was always close combat even before Booster Energy, like for the switch in. Okay, so close combat. This is what we have first Gliscor for. What was the 10th one? Oh, I think I just did Gardenia too early, and I lost something. I was like, oh, okay, I reset. I think I just didn't actually have the best answers for the glooms, and I was just trying to like speed run through it. This one lost 2 to Brawly, but I was like, it's still a cool box, so I'll just run it. And yeah, Gliscor goes back up to 126, so it's still kind of useful. But I don't really like calc as much until like after Brawly. I just kind of like run it to Brawly, and then Brawly I'll do like a bit of a loose plan, and then after that I'm like, yeah, okay, is this box worth calcing for? Okay, I'll calc. So I usually get like quite a few attempts early before anything happens. All right. After the close combat defense drop, Ironhead is always a KO here, and nothing can switch in on Cinderace. Nothing of bad odds here. Yeah, Ursaluna, and because I am a Steel type, it doesn't actually see the Blood Moon can KO me, and it wouldn't click Blood Moon anyway because it's not guaranteed. Steel type, it's only Earth Power. Aerial Ace plus Low Kick does 1 HP more than what Ursaluna's HP total is. So I'll dodge Earth Power here, and then Low Kick will KO. Bye bye Ursaluna. So I didn't even need Dugong. I like basically like started the fight being like, okay, I need these 3 mons or plus Gliscor, and I was like, well, I'm probably going to need Dugong and Slowbro, so I'm just going to put them into the calc and see if I can win with that. And then I kind of realized, oh wait, Cinderace beats it, so I don't need Dugong. And I was like, oh, and then I can just use Talonflame against thingy, so I don't need Slowbro. And then it left Lee Vanny to actually beat Obstagoon, strangely. It was just the safest way to bait after I get a free switch in. So this is going to be the Slacken now. I think it just barely doesn't see Earthquake KO before. It was literally 1 HP off. So it couldn't come in for slow Oko. That's why it went to Ursaluna. But there's no benefit here to... oh, no, at this point when it comes in, I'm Fighting type. So it's going to click Play Rough. But before there wouldn't have been like any benefit to bait it in early or anything. I could have like pre-damaged one, but it didn't need to. So yeah, so Play Rough. I can U-turn. I don't have to U-turn, but I guess it makes it quicker on Talonflame. I am faster than the Mega Slacken. It's always Play Rough. Even though it's overlapping rolls, it has the stat drop and it's not a KO. And then it's Talonflame, which takes 1 Play Rough. It takes about 25%, and I've got leftovers, so the rest of the time I'm going to be switching in on EQ. Oh, I crit. Okay. Doesn't change. Well, I guess it makes less U-turns. Yep, Play Rough. And now it's always... Oh, on this turn it's going to be Return. Once it stops seeing KOs, it's going to be Power Up Punch. But I just U-turn into Typhlosion, and it's always baiting Return. Earthquake, sorry, after that. And we can just spam this for a while. Until Talonflame KOs with U-turn. And this is why I decided actually against Flame Body, because then I'm not going to have a weird turn where the burn actually KOs and I can't tell that it's going to KO it. Alright, so now I'm out of range. It should be clicking Power Up Punch, I believe. I guess I might be. It might be in. It might be in 2 KO range at that point. Fast 2 KO, but yeah, that's fine. Talonflame's going to be at 4 when we end this. And like here, I don't know if this U-turn is going to KO it. It doesn't, but then if it was burned, it might have actually died. Yeah, Talonflame's been really good. It's actually, I didn't expect it to be as good because obviously its attack stats are low, but it just has enough like utility and like Gale Wings is really useful and stuff. Like, it just does stuff still, no matter what. And this U-turn should KO it. Yeah. So now I will go to Leavanny because I couldn't quite figure out exactly how to make this obstacle riskless because I can go to Cinderace and Low-Kick KOs it, but Sucker Punch Max Roll Crit would KO Cinderace. And I was like, can I just risk that? And I could have. But then I was like, oh, and I didn't actually need U-turn. I could have led with Talonflame on the Zoroark and had the same baits. So I could have dropped U-turn for like something that dodges Sucker Punch. But obviously, if I dodge Sucker Punch, there's still the 20% chance that it just clicks Facade here for the slow kill against Cinderace. So all I actually end up doing here is going to Leavanny, which has a Chilan Berry. So it's actually baiting Facade. Because without the berry it KOs, and with the berry crit doesn't KO me, so it thinks it's just KOing me with Facade, but I'm KOing it with Sacred Sword. Yeah. Yeah, Talonflame is good, and it's just anything with like flying type you can get it in so easily. And Gale Wings has been good, and Roost, yeah, you can sit. There's some things you can just kind of sit on with Roost. Yeah, I think mine's at 16. It's at 16 now. Yeah, it'll get that. It'll get that high. Yeah, there's obstacle gone. Cyclozar's coming in. I think this is only Dragon Claw because it didn't crit. Yeah, Dragon Claw sees KO. So I can just switch into Gliscopod. I think I didn't do the exact damage calc on this. Sometimes I think it can put me under exit range, so then I would go straight to Cinderace. Okay, clicks return. Does that not calc return with the friendship or something? Oh, that's definitely not calcing return fully. Yeah, okay. The return damage is bugged there. Of course it doesn't want Dragon Claw if it's friendly. Okay. Oh, thank you. Harry. But that's fine. Cinderace KOs with low kick and it's never dead to a Aqua Tail crit. I was just going to get first impression damage off onto it if I needed to. Yeah, so low kick just KOs here. Yeah. Cinderace popped off a bit. It's what, 25? It's 3 frags on Norman. Starred on the Ursaluna. It was a bit of a weird fight to plan because it was a lot of different stuff, but yeah. I don't think I've used what did I use? I used Swallow last time with like U-turn baiting, earthquake baiting and U-turns, but I haven't done it very often. I don't actually have a fighting type. Cinderace is basically my fighting type. So yeah, it was a little bit like, oh, what am I actually taking the KOs with? Until I saw Cinderace go crazy. But okay, it's Norman done. I'll probably carry on just on stream, work out the stand fights and just waffle a bit. But yeah, I think I was lucky to if I didn't take Typhlosion as starter, which I've taken because of Zamazenta mostly, because obviously I'm trying to build E4 teams. I would have had to probably go for Mismagius because having the ghost types just makes it easier, and then it changes the line again though because you're only playing play rough. I think having what I think I had Houndstone last time, which because of Fluffy was always EQ off Slacking. Like if you can bait guaranteed EQ off a Slacking, if you have one of the ghost types which do that, then it's actually really free. I guess something like Bastiodon can potentially do it if you're not switched in on Power Up Punch, but that means that you've got to show like fast to it KO, so it's not clicking Power Up Punch. It's a bit harder. Yeah. Yes, I'm definitely going to have a look at Gliscod E4 because I think double bugs. with Pheromosa, like what that's like the perfect mon to be switching in for free all the time, isn't it? Um, there was even like a part of me that wondered, can Mono Bug work as one of the teams to be funny? Because if you've got Pheromosa and Gliscor, that's probably going to do a lot. Escavalier is a Xerneas answer and a Curem answer, and like Mega Grimstar and things, which might be a bit awkward depending if like Trick Room's going up. Um, Araquanid, I don't think would be bad on E4. I think Water Absorb and Water Bubble gives it a lot of utility. I think the special defense is actually probably pretty good. The only thing it doesn't do is pivot, um, but I think it can 1v1 stuff. Um, so I was like, could Mono Bug work? I don't know what else I get because I can't imagine Galvantula does anything, and I'm not a I'm not a Spidops believer, but maybe it would be good for Champ Fight if I could carry it through. It would be quite a funny team if I could do that. But yeah, Glissport is definitely going to be one of the E4 teams, I'm sure of it. And I will like almost like try to theme some of the E4 teams, so it's like one of them is like the pivots and yeah, Phoebe. Low kicks is in Evergrande if I hit low kicks. I mean, you get some sucker punch stuff. But yeah, I don't know where you're pivoting there. There's not like there's not a normal type, is there, for Monobug? Yeah, that might be a pain. Uh, but then can Pheromosa just kind of pop off? Because Pheromosa outspeeds Calyrex, doesn't it? It gets triple axle. I don't know if that would KO if you were willing to risk that. Um, yeah, Dusknoir would be a pain probably. It would all be in the routing no matter what kind of happens with a Pheromosa team anyway. Like you can probably beat anything if you can set up the right snowball. Uh, but I need to. That was a level cap increase, wasn't it? I always forget this one. Well, actually, I usually forget the one before Norman. I've done Norman under leveled before. Yeah, that's fine. Let's have a check. I'm sure Pheromosa gets a dark type move. Maybe I'm misremembering. Is it not? Oh, yeah, maybe it doesn't. I guess foul play, and that's not going to do anything. Yeah, maybe Pheromosa can't hit those as well. I mean, you've got Drill Run for Gengar. Um, I don't know what you're doing against Dusknoir. I guess your bug moves are neutral, so it depends when you can bait it in. But it's probably if it's just going to be coming in, then um, you're just if you can't KO it, it's probably going to be coming in straight away, being at the back and stuff. So yeah, maybe. But I think that would be part of the fun of like doing Pheromone 3-4s anyway, isn't it? It's like it's all in how can you route the chain kills and stuff. Um, and I mean, you do still have U-turn to kind of pivot on it, and yeah, you can probably chip it away a bit. Uh, that'll be a long way away anyway. Yeah, I'm sure Drill Run does. um, this thing is silly. Uh, I don't know what else you kind of have. You don't have the craziest coverage, do you? But you probably have enough, and it depends like what you're willing to risk with like triple axles and yeah. Uh, I mean, if you could potentially go for like special moves, and then have hidden power. You can't have hidden power fairy for Dusknoir because it's the one new type that didn't get one. But yeah, maybe there's stuff there. But or maybe I'd have to go like 4 bugs and 2 things that look like bugs that aren't actually bug type. Maybe I'd do something like that. Um, and be like, maybe like, oh, it's not going to be good into Dust or whatever, but like Flygon should be a bug type, potentially. Maybe I'll do something like that, like as the pseudo bugs as the last couple. Um, right, sand. Who's the first sand fight? Celia the first one? Celia's the first one, isn't she? Yeah. Um, am I at 64? I am at 64, and I just completely I autopiloted that in game. Yeah. Latios looks like a bug. Uh, I guess we could give it some little. We could give it a little headband antenna. Like, just give it some little antennas, and then it will look like a bug. Just take it to a contest, dress it up, and then take it to the E4. I could do that. Surely Mars Shadow counts as a bug because it just never worked on E4 because it was bugged. No. Alright. Gaston. I have no idea what I'm doing against you. Sound. Okay, I guess nothing can switch. Oh no, there you go. You can with sound. I think I've used Zangoose before for this. Yeah, because I think Zangoose just like any kind of guts mons are really good for this because they just hit neutral enough and like hard enough on neutral hits to just stop stuff coming in. And I've just got facade, so Zangoose is probably now just showing KOs everything all the time. Silly mon, yeah. Yeah, and then it guarantees that you come with Bolt Peak afterwards. Yeah, okay. Well, I have to get the bottom six in win rates though. Like obviously, I've still got to get there and encounter them in my box, which is like the limitation, isn't it? I don't even know if I have any of them at the moment. Um, that would be funny though. I could do like the worst six of what I have, and obviously I think I'd have to do one of the teams being six uniques. Uh, like I think obviously there's some of it you like. Well, you've got to balance it. You've got to balance like what mons and stuff you use to make sure the teams work. But I think there is something as well with the themes to make it more fun. Alright, yeah. So just facade KO. Oh wait, really? They're in the bottom three. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty easy one. Yeah, I could get a float still easily. I mean, I still have 109. I was going to go for the grass because obviously Goat Fire is in there. Um, I think I was considering delaying grass. Let me get my thing up. I think I was going to delay the 109 grass for after I get the Byron route because Graphire can be there. I think I was going to do that. I've delayed 104 because Basculin is guaranteed there, and it's really good. Um, having that ghost type mon that can pivot for that much, yeah. No, I don't need to make themes. It'd be nice to maybe to make one theme, but yeah, yeah. If I'm like showing how to approach E4, like it'd be like I'll probably have a few like it would probably start off with like the balance stuff and like how and showing like different teams and stuff what you could build, and then maybe like as it gets riskier, like because at some point I've got to go for some kind of E4 team which is less likely to win and wipe out because there's no point giving up. Like I have to lose on the E4. There's no point saying oh I can't build anything else. I've got to send something. So maybe towards the end I'm like sending like themed stuff. Um, because then it makes it more hype as well because you're like is this dodgy team actually going to win? Still got 107, which I think is always just the grass. Like something like Heracross could be good enough. I don't know if there's that much there though, really. Um, yeah, 109 because we've got Fire Eye. But I can see go for like the Float Saw or something, the Weasel, if I was to hit with Fire Eye later on. Oh, Tatsugiri is another actually I think very champable mon. To be fair, that's one I've looked at a couple of times. I've never actually encountered it, but I've always considered going for it. Yeah, Turt's obviously a good one as well. Um, yeah, Axorus would be good. There is actually probably a six there that you could make quite a strong case for. Um, yeah, if I hit Grafii on 121, yeah, the Strudel. Um, oh well, see, this is the thing. This grass is literally Grafii or nothing in terms of E4 mons, I think. Mousehold is a normal type of Encore, though, I will say that. That was in my box for the calcs last time. Yeah. Yeah, Meloetta does look really good. And the fact that it's part normal, like, you don't actually have to mess around with Relic Song stuff, just keep it normal fighting, and it probably just goes crazy on a lot of the fights. Um, this grass, I think, is. I know somehow Kling Klang's been champed. Crocodile could be champed, I'm sure. I actually think the Gorgeist could as well. It's because it has the flare boost. Some of its damage it does is actually really good. And even if it just becomes like a, it's probably too slow to actually do a lot of stuff. But even if it just becomes as like a ghost type, you could force it if the rest of the team is strong enough. So I guess that says the same about Brambleghast. But I don't think it would take a KO on the whole thing. Because obviously Jellicent is really good. I mean, Slowbro Galar is probably really good as well. Yeah. Um, maybe I just send the 109 grass, and then I don't have to take grass here. I can just go for like Jellicent or something, which is guaranteed to be good. Uh, or I just take the Slowpoke, and then it's guaranteed Slowbro, which is good. I think Jellicent might be better. Uh, yeah, I think I got caught up on Meloetta the first time I kind of ran it and thought, oh, you've got to do Relic Song stuff, but you don't. It's cooler if you can, but you don't have to do it at all. Um, yeah. They're the only kind of things I've actually delayed at the moment. And I made sure I had Varoom as the egg. That was like the first encounter I took, and the one I actually didn't even need to reset for it. I actually just hit it first time as a coincidence on both runs, attempt 1 and 2. But obviously that makes it way easier to get a steel type here that's like really good. You're already guaranteed one, which actually can beat Xerneas. I think it's most of the time, isn't it? I don't think it's guaranteed. I think it depends on how you set it up. Um, I think it can. Um, but obviously Mechgross can, and King Gambit would be crazy anyway. So that was like the one thing I was like, okay, if I can root anything, this is really easy from the start. Drillbur Granite Cave was quite lucky, because then that does give Haxorus, which is something that definitely can be champed as well. Uh, I, I know there's a little bit of rooting you can do for some of these, but they're not. It's not that important really. And then there's just not really that much you can do later on. Wait, Yoko Spiritomb? Oh, is that like switching in on Poltergeist or something, on Ghost type move, and then you do it? Well, I don't even know what you hit with it. I haven't looked enough at Meloette for a while. Um, yeah, I guess you get play rough, so I guess it probably is just you switch in on the ghost type move so you dodge the intimidate and then it just KOs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, that's like normal. I think I do rate normal higher than most people, but I think it's so good for E4. I think that like, the fact that Phoebe exists, it just makes it so strong for some of the switch ins. And Spiritomb is then like an added bonus. Um, and like Pyro was baiting Aurasphere from Reshiram and stuff like that. Like you don't like, and then you get free switches into ghost types on Reshiram, which is something you would never really be able to switch in on. It's really like it's actually really useful, like when you're going to be pairing stuff like that anyway for Phoebe. Because yeah, because it meant like one of the Reshiram, one of the ways of beating Reshiram was literally that Pyro takes a KO, Reshiram comes in and clicks Aurasphere, Basculesian comes in, um, and then you get to flip turn on restaurant for like 30%, and you only take 30%, and it's so safe because you're switching on Aurasphere. Like you could do that two or three times a fight. Um, I think I was doing it twice. But yeah, Cataracts on both. I barely looked at the old Phoebe team. I don't even remember. I don't even know what I remember. It had the Weezin as the lead, but I don't know what else there was there. Okay, I need to do this. All right, facade. Uh, Drigzot in bulk beak. I don't expect I have something that can 1v1 this. Okay, I guess I do. Because if I give you Sugarberry, you do that. Oh, wait. Oh, I get to use Sandrush. I get to use Sandrush Extra True. I don't need Sugarberry. I've never had this here before. Okay. Lizardo, okay. Um, wait, does Extra Drill just like sweep these fights then? Because that's a bit silly. Can I be adamant as well? Oh my god, you can even be adamant here. I barely have ever used like Swift Swim on the Rain and Sand Rush on Sand Root and stuff like that. I don't know. I just never really had them on. Sometimes it doesn't even cross my mind for this. I think the routes aren't hard enough either to make you kind of want them. Um, I think you can just kind of do it with defensive mons a lot of the time. Whereas I know in like Lucid, when you hit like the weather routes, it's like, oh, you need those, or yeah, yeah, Shadow Shield, yeah. You can't even KO that through like with dark types. Like I know from VGC, like Lunardo can like live knockoffs and stuff. Like it's a bit silly. Um, all right, let's go EQ KO. What comes in afterwards? Marwell gets O-code. It thinks it does anyway. It probably doesn't after Intimidate and Mega, but it would go to Weird. It will click Lunge, so I could just 2-hit KO of EQ. Okay, that's fine. And then Marwell comes in when I'm at -1. At -1, it would still get KO'd. With the Intimidate, it still thinks it can. Yeah, I think that is cool with those like the other games where you've got the weather routes actually being really hard. Yeah, they they definitely play into the like weather and stuff a lot more um, than what it does here. Um, but yeah, I do see why you wouldn't go as hard here because weather can very quickly turn really OP. So I guess even if I'm at -1 and Intimidate once Marwire is in, it still wants to click Sucker Punch. Okay. Um, so how much do you do? So I could technically sweep with Excadrill because I can go for 1 EQ on the first Sucker, and then it's always clicking Sucker again because it's always going to see the KO, and I can just dodge it with something, and then I click EQ again and I KO it. That's quite funny. I just need something that dodges Sucker Punch. Garganackle is leaving the box. Wow. Wait, on the rain route? Are you using Terra? No, you can't use Terra outside the island, can you? What's it beating on rain and grassy? Oh, I guess if it just sits on something in grassy terrain, it probably never dies. Uh, what do you get? I can't click Hone Claws. Can't click Iron Defense. Oh my god, am I clicking Mud Sport? Or am I clicking Rototiller? What's funnier? Um, I think Mud Sport's funnier. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so Exodus just wins this. That's fine. I don't know what I'll bring in the back just in case, but I'm pretty sure this is fine. What's good into Marwell if I have to do something? I think Talonflame's actually good into it, like relatively. It can Will-O-Wisp and yeah. Oh, have you got the Garganackle ability that you can't get paralyzed as well, or that you're like immune to status? That is part of Purifying Salt, isn't it? Yeah. Is that part of secondary effects as well? I think it is. I don't think it's just straight up like Thunder Wave and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's secondary effects too. Or does the power just not matter if it isn't? I don't remember. Um, okay. Oh, you okay? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it is immune. Okay, that's funny. Um, I don't even know what I don't need anything in particular here. I just yeah. I need Zangoose. That's it. I guess Magnezone has Sturdy. I don't know. I don't need anything after Excadrill. It's quite fun. Um. Oh wait, I'm not dead to crit after the lunge, am I? I'm probably dead to double crits, but not just single crits. Yeah, actually I don't think I'm dead to double crits. I think lunge did like 10%, so that's fine. Oh, okay. Items they don't matter. Yeah, that's fine. You just need Silk Scarf. And you can go Adamant, and I need to change your ability. Okay. I need to make sure I Hex Orb, and you need Facade, and I need Mud Sport. So how many fights have you got until Winona? There's not. Is that route long? I know I saw Burak did like I saw the last couple of fights on that route when he did it, which was ages ago. And I saw like there was a Greninja at the end. Well, I'm guessing there you was looking at the first Greninja, and there's still a few more to plan. Uh, Look at that overwhelm movement. I'm sure I haven't fought that trainer yet. Just dodge it like that. I need to Hex Orb. I need to Hex Orb. Join into you. There you go. I forget to Hex Orb too often, especially when you have to poison. Well, 10 fights. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, the splits are so much longer. Okay. Oh, is the optional the one for Power Herb? So you can start actually spamming Meteor Beam and not just having to have this like specific setup where you don't take damage and then you get to use it. Or you don't take that much from them on. Okay. Alright. Make sure it's all saved into the calculator. Same. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, 5 already, yeah. Yeah, and I guess that's not actually even that long for a split. Like, is that 20? 20-ish fights. It's not actually even that bad, is it? 2025. I'm sure some of them are huge. Oh, that's nice. Right, X George comes in on Bolt Beak, and then we just sweep. We just basically spam EQ. Okay. Yeah, we're there. I click EQ, it clicks lunge. Yeah, didn't crit. Did it? Didn't crit? 23? Yeah, it didn't crit. Click EQ again. And the Marwell comes in. We click EQ again, because even though we're at -2, it's going to 2-hit KO. We take 1 sucker punch. 40 fights, yeah, that's a lot. Wait, it clicked play rough? Oh, I guess it wasn't dead. Wait, no, it was dead. The base form was dead. Why didn't it click sucker punch? Oh, it wasn't dead to ninth. It wasn't dead to ninth roll. So it didn't click sucker punch. Okay, well, it wants to click sucker punch now. I missed that. I always forget that for last chance. Because I didn't even think it was a thing for a lot of the time. Forgot about it. Yeah. Yeah, I saw some of Burak's Victory Road fights. It's like all sorts of like weather and doubles and yeah. But I guess once you know what you're bringing, if you've planned kind of some of your E4 first, then you can start to sack stuff. And your box is probably pretty like fleshed out at that point, isn't it? Um, just check. This is always sucker punch. There's no reason for it to not be sucker punch. It sees fast KO as sucker punch. I'm gonna dodge it once. There we go. Mud Sport. I didn't see if I got an attack drop. I might have got another attack drop. Doesn't matter. You go. Scuff fight, but it's easy fight. Yeah. Stand over here so I don't run into them. Right, yeah. So I guess even if you was to sack something, it doesn't actually help you necessarily. Okay. Sound. Wait. Oh my god, Excadrill actually makes this route free. What the hell? You take last chance sucker here, but you KO VQ. You just outspeed and KO the Mega Aerodactyl. Obviously, it's Dracovish which comes in, and it has to click Vicious Rend after that. So I mean, you probably have to get Excadrill back in at some point, but you could just do that on Stone Edge or Dual Wing Beat, and it's free. That's crazy. This is silly. Jesus. Oh, that's that's heartbreaking as well. Going that far. Yeah. Okay. UKO in this form. Yeah. Okay. This Escadrille's stupid here. Uh. So I've just got to figure out how to get Excadrill back in after this Dracovish. I could do 50% to it if I wanted to. So Vicious Rend. I can probably just beat it with Slowbro. I mean, I can. Does Psychic do more than 50%? No. If I can guarantee that I do more than 50%, then I can just teleport back into Excadrill and sweep. Yeah, I don't know if I have that kind of mental strength. Yeah, that's why it's partly why I stopped playing it. I was like, I mean, it was partly because it was Togue that I lost, and I was like, I didn't like the feeling of losing the mon that the game's almost built around being so punishing. And it's just kind of like, ugh. when you have that many fights that it's like made to be good for early on at least, still to come. But then, yeah, if I was to lose something really big later on, I would just want to reset, and I don't think I had it in me to have do those kind of runs. Maybe after Christmas and stuff, when work's less crazy, but um, I guess I can psychic once, scald once, and then teleport, and that guarantees that'll be fine. I can see slack off in between. Or is it better to just have leftovers? No, because it's sand. It's a little bit dodgy, actually. Yeah. There would definitely be a part of me that was a bit salty about Burak just turning it on and beating it. Yeah. uh, oh, I do have Cradily. I never used Cradily before. Yeah. I just don't wanna. I just want to be able to kind of make this simple enough where I can get Excadrill back in. I was just wondering, is there like I can take 50% and then just slow pivot back to Excadrill because then it just sweeps the whole fight. But yeah, Cradily is easy enough here. Oh, what you just? Oh, yeah, you just pivot between the two of them until one of them can take the KO, I guess. Until Life Orb chip is enough. Okay. Or oh, right, I just go to +1. I just can just Energy Ball. True. You know, okay, it's actually just really simple. Yeah. That can crit kill. That can't. I just do this. Yeah. It doesn't have Life Orb. It doesn't. I'm just used to it. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. No, that's fine. I just go to Cradily, I click Energy Ball once, and then I can go to Slowbro and then teleport, and then Excadrill sweeps. Okay. I don't have to type all that out. Uh. You can stay in with Hearty, sure. You can stay. Yeah. I guess you can stay as well if you want. Okay. And you want Metal Coat. I just my brain is turned off because Excadrill makes this too easy. I guess the only thing that could happen here is I get frostbitten, but then I'll just switch to Slowbro and hit it once or whatever. It would be fine. Yeah. Oh, Covert Cloak would be so nice. That's probably like the one of the nicest things you can have in a game like that. I know it makes it a bit dodgy for like the opponent having it, but oh my god, yeah. Not having to worry about flinches and stuff. It's just wow. Okay. Uh, I just win. I don't have to do anything else. I just win. It didn't even go for Sucker Punch. Did it have a roll? Oh, did it have a roll to KO me with Earthquake? It did. Okay. Well, not a roll. It was the whole thing. There's the Vish. Energy Ball. Does it Frostbite me? Do I have to think a little bit more? Nope. Okay. Slowbro. Mega Evolve. And I didn't teach Teleport. God's sake. Why do I make it hard? Oh, alright, what are you clicking? You're in next, aren't you? No, you're definitely in next. Like psychic will KO here. It's gonna KO here. You click dual wing beat. It's okay. Extra's fine. It can switch in on these. It's fine. It would have been even simple. Extra would have taken all 4. Now it can only take 3. Life's so hard. I don't think this is a roll. I think Energy Ball did enough. Yeah, it could have been a roll, but yeah. And now it's Aerodactyl and it's clicking. Uh, it's clicking Home Claws actually. So yeah, we're fine. Ironhead. Ironhead. There you go. We're fine. There was no drama. I just had to think for 2 seconds. Okay, I've never had extra draw early before. Before like Granite Cave Drawbar, it's another one of the silly mons actually. 26 frags here. What are we at frag sheet wise? Yeah, Slowbro's silly. There you go. So it just overtook Cinderace. Oh, Excadrill was crazy for Watson as well. Actually, Excadrill could have pretty much could have beat anything or everything if you was to build the fight for it. Like if you pivoted it in a certain way, but I just had it it took 3. Uh, yeah, silly mon. I've got a few silly mons, and then it kind of drops off to all the random stuff. But there's only one goat here. 6-mon Maxi with Swanna, which I think was not the plan at all. I remember doing it, and there was like a bad odds or something in there that I was like, oh, that happens, and then it let Swanna actually sweep, which was funny. Oh, bloody double fight. Okay, this might be the fight in the game that's wiped me the most. I think. Sometimes inadvertently, because it's definitely the fight I've lost the most to. I lost the most mons. It's definitely the fight that goes wrong the most often. But I guess if I have Excadrill, it's actually going to be kind of free because I have Drill Run, right? I mean, EQ actually probably just KOs as well, but it does. Obviously, Brotom in this position would be Confuse Ray and me, so I guess I want to be Persim and Drill Run. No way. You're a fraud. Okay. How does Extra not KO Excadrill? Okay. It's going to be something like that then, isn't it? So then I just have to keep Rotom busy for an extra turn or something. I guess I just have to show it a Giga Drink or Hex KO instead of bait and Confuse Ray. Or I could do like the Paralyzing Confuse Ray thing, but it's just that will only last a turn. I do have a Gliscopod. Which KOs after the first thing, doesn't it? So it's just a case of like switching in Gliscopod on whatever I want it to switch in on, using first impression to KO after that, and I can then just kind of sweep stuff with Excadrill. Can I? Oh, you have Air Balloon as well. Oh, you're a bit annoying actually, aren't you? Maybe X control isn't even that good on this. Well, if I've got X control's a fraud. Why is it not getting these KOs? Um, the fact that I have there 2 air balloons that need to be popped is actually really annoying here. I don't know if there's a way I can almost sweep this or not. Um, Imagine Talonflame got Air Cutter, and it could hit both Mons with Gale Wings to break both balloons at the same time, and then Exegil could KO. I get, I get Heat, it's not priority. No, there's no other spread fire move. That would be funny. Yeah. Yeah, then I don't get to use my own Excadrill. Yeah, I know that was like one of the old ways of doing it. I thought my own Excadrill would be good here. I didn't know if I could just kind of sweep with it, but I probably can. It's probably quite an easy way of doing it. It's just a case of figuring it out. Just because it's going to have the awkward timings, I think, of when things are switched in if I was to do this. Yeah, but it would have been fun though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it have been fun? Um, uh, Trying to think. It's the fact that the Sandy Shock has balloon, which is what makes this a bit awkward. Because, oh, but to be fair, I don't want the Sander corner coming out. I've just got to leave. I've just got to play it more simple. I have got to play it more simple. I want to do something fun. Let's do something different. It's just gonna have to just be a simple, just bait one side, blah blah. I guess my X control can come in at the end and beat and KO, and then kind of sweep that side when I can just pop the balloons with like fake out and stuff. Um, that's probably the way of doing it, isn't it? Not that I can do anything to this, but at that point it probably won't matter. All right. Yeah, I can. I'm sure I can figure something out like that. So it's just baiting something into a. I could have gone it. I could have done. I could have just reset on Brawly, but I'm like, I just can't be bothered. Brawly's. Some reason I always end up with like because and partly because of delay in Rustbro for the Cray Dilly. Like I just never actually have great Brawly answers. Like I can't remember exactly what the box was, but I think Fletchinder spamming Roofs with Flame Body, which never procced on the girder. Um, Even though that was also risking Thunder Punch. It was like, or there was like switches of stuff between Gyarados and Drill Buff for ground type. Like I just didn't have a good Brawly box, and I was like, I can't bother to rerun this. I don't think Gyarados has come in. Would have come to an E4. I know it's been champed, but I don't think it's that good. Isn't it? It might actually even be 2-0. I just don't think the typing's necessary for the thing, because even like the fighting types, like they have Defiant and stuff, or they're like Electivire, which is part electric. Um, what if? Oh, stupid water compaction. Okay, never mind. Well, ah, Swanna does do work on this fight. Uh, Swanna baits discharge. I could lead Swanna plus Excadrill if I wanted to do something like that to KO the other Excadrill. Flip turn, break Sash, which gets broken anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. I just want to do something fun. I just want to take it clean. I don't want to do bait and switch and bait and switch. Uh, I guess like the Glitterhorde stuff is pretty clean, because if you're baiting EQ, like you can guarantee that you're then like baiting Freeze Dry from Mr. Rhyme, and yeah. I mean, it's not a sheep run, so I can technically do whatever I want. I'm just simulating a sheep run, but who knows what I've clicked on the other fights? Nobody knows before today. Maybe I had more than 2 deaths. Um, I don't think there's anything fun here. Yeah, can exit, yeah. Yeah. And then that gets in 2 mons, which can beat Rhyme plus X-Car, which is probably... Okay, seriously, what is with this Excadrill and its rolls? So I'd have to be Excadrill. Like, I could do Excadrill, but then it's also, see, this is going to... Plus a fake out mon, so an Excadrill KOs the Rhyme. Um, how am I switching and fake out mon on EQ turn? I guess if I have something like Flygon that can U-turn if I had it out, because it's just not doing anything else anyway. I mean, yeah. And then I probably can then just pretty much just sweep. Yeah, fine, I guess. But what if I trigger my own emergency exit with my Excadrill clicking EQ? Do I have something I can exit into that baits you and fast KOs you? I don't think I do. Would that be considered more fun? I can't believe this doesn't KO. Too slow. I swear it does. I'm sure it does. Because it's still a proper hit. I know it doesn't feel like residual damage. See, now I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? If you're telling me it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to do it. Then that means it's fun. If it's something that you don't know if it works, it means it's something that's fun. Um, I think it works. I can't actually see it straight away on Bulbapedia or anything, but I'm pretty sure it works. Yeah, I think it's just that it doesn't work. It has to be like a direct hit, or like it has to be damage. It can't be like Overworld, or like it can't be like Weather Chip and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure you can do it on your own thing. Uh, but I guess I've still got to get do something turn one to put myself into that position. Still a bit awkward. Uh, See, this is where Air Cutter Talonflame would have been so good. I could have turned one, EQ, KO the Excadrill, and like uh, pivoted out the Gliscopod or whatever, baited Confuse Ray. I don't know. Um, and got Talonflame in and Goggles and just pop both balloons and double KO over EQ. Like, imagine that. See, that's what we need. We need more fun. But I don't know if I can position it for turn two. Uh, Because what am I baiting from you on turn one that this could switch in onto to do it for turn two? I don't think there's anything I can do that with unless. Yeah, no, I don't think there is. Because I guess it's the idea is you have Gliscopod uh, on the like left side or whatever side. Click first impression, and you know that the Rotom's while you're baiting like whatever onto the other side with Rotom and the Excadrill, and you click the text, and then you can do this on the second turn where you just where that one. Oh, it's Caracosta, isn't it? I have Caracosta. Isn't this like the one that does it? Yeah, yeah, I have Caracosta. I'm pretty sure this is even what you said before, isn't it? Um, you just obviously you wouldn't go sturdy or whatever, and you just click the text because it baits what Giga Drain plus. Oh, it would bait EQ. Can you make it so that you do always um, two things? Yeah, that's it. So I guess you can get exited out after two EQs if you wanted to. Uh, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't care about crits. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could do it with like a counter for crits. Yeah, you take two and then you can make it so that you exit after two, even if it crits on one and not the other. Yeah. Uh, And then Glisopod exits to my Excadrill, which KOs one of them, and I could switch to this or something. Have I got a flying type thing or something that KOs Rhyme? Because I could definitely KO the Excadrill, I know that. Or something that can switch it on EQ and KO Rhyme. Talonflame. Oh, it's free. Yeah, that's kind of free. And if I run Goggles, I don't KO. Fuck! Wait. Oh, then I'm going to take recall damage. Damn it, I wanted to be able to do... Wait, does Talonflame get... Talonflame gets quick attack. Yeah, Talonflame does it. And then I was just thinking, oh, can I also then... Because you're going to switch it on Talonflame, if I have Talonflame on the left, can I also have something that pops the balloon and does enough damage, where then the Excadrill can just stay in and KO this with the pop after the pop balloon? Yes, that's perfect, right? 91.4, 182. Quick attack. Tell me quick attack did 17. I'm sure that I just did like 8.2%. It does 17. That's perfect. Oh, it's free. See, that's quite fun. I don't know what I'll do against Santa Condra after that, but that's easy enough at that point. All right. It's always Rotom left. Modest, overheat, quick attack, Talonflame. There we go. Obviously, if quick attack didn't do enough on Modest, I'd just go like Rash or whatever, and it would have probably been able to get there. But yeah, that's actually lines up perfect. So I would want the Talonflame side to be the right side. Oh, no, I want it to be the left side, so I want Gliscord's going to exit. Does Caracosta even bait Arcanine? I guess it goes to highest damage. No! Doesn't work! Unless... Do you bait Sandy Shocks? Oh, you must bait Sandy Shocks. Okay, you... What? Sandy Shocks is a fraud. I swear, whenever I check this, I'm always like, yeah, Sandy Shocks is going to do way more. It's a Paradox Mon. Like, special ground, like, special Earth Powers is going to do so much. Wait. Wait. Oh, I thought it was tied. It's 4 higher. For God's sake. I guess... Oh, I go Jolly. I don't go Jolly. I go, like, Naive or something. And then it does it. Then you would bait Sandy Shocks for damage. No, wait. No. I thought it was tied there. No, because... if I had Caracosta as like the, because my mind was, yeah, I want Talonflame to be the one. I wanted Talonflame to be the one baiting, but if I had Gliscopod left, or like if Caracosta, that means I would have had Gliscopod left. No, yeah, you're right. Wait, I might be missing something here. I was in my head. I was like, oh, Gliscopod's left. It's going to exit into Excadrill. That's what's looking over there. But then I was like, okay, but then Caracosta has to be baiting Arcanine in first, but it doesn't. But if I just flip it, Gliscopod does bait in Arcanine. Does it? Actually, don't check that. Head smash. Is that anymore? Yeah, Gliscod does. So that's fine. Yeah, I am. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just have Gliscod on the right and then it's fine. And it all works out fine anyway. Yeah, I don't need to go naive. It would have worked. I still would have had it on naive, but yeah. Yeah, it's fine. So, for some reason I just automatically assumed Gliscod had to be on the left. But no, it doesn't have to be. and I'm going to have to work out this pre-damage, which is always annoying, especially with sand. I guess I can be goggles, so I don't have to worry about sand chip, because Rotom's only there for one turn and it's seeing the KO. Okay. And does Caracosta just always bait EQ? It does if I'm at 120. Is that fine? Yeah, discharge isn't going to see it. I don't have to be 120, I'll just go in the middle of it. I'll just go 133 right in the middle, just because it doesn't overlap with anything, it's fine. And Glisspod I'll work that out in a minute. Protect plus Fimp. I usually type out in a bit more coherent than this, but I think it's actually very free, so it's fine. EQ does how much to Glisspod? What have I got? This is with Impish, which is fine because the sand will always kill it after the first impression anyway. And I think I would like to go safety goggles just to simplify this math. Or maybe adamant makes it easier. Adamant's probably fine. So I have to be... Oh, I think it's fine either way. So basically have to be... Yeah, I think goggles is actually required here, right, to play around the crit. Because if you go for like you're taking 32 twice, you're taking 64. If you was to get crit max rolled and then took sand chip, then you could go under exit range without goggles. So I need to be 64 above 50%. This is an odd number, so I actually want to be 94. So I want to be 64 over 94 plus 64. Ignore me. I'm not typing this in here. 158. Yeah, I knew that. My brain's not working. Yeah, so I want to be 158, which is the same as taking 16% twice. Wait, what? Why does that look wrong? Why does that look wrong? Why is it saying that's not right? What have I done here? I also would rather it be 93, so I don't have to worry about rounding, any rounding differences. So 93 plus 64. Yeah, it's 157. Why do I feel like that's the percentage is coming up weird? Like I'm not taking. I guess I am. I was looking at it as this being 16%, but I guess it's basically 17%. That's why I didn't think it was adding up. No, that's fine. Yeah, but if the sand is there, oh, I guess you can go higher to account for the one turn of sand, and then it counts for crit. Yeah, I'll just do the goggles, and I don't have to worry about the one turn of sand. This is fine. Yeah, that's fine. EQ does 32. Because if I don't account for the sand, then crit plus sand would knock me over halfway. But that's fine. I can just do goggles, and I don't have to count it. I always mix up how much sand actually does with rounding, so I would have to go into wild battle and test it, and it's just longer. Yeah. Harkin. Sucker punch, break balloon. EQ triggers exit. Well, switch to Flygon. Oh, no, sorry, not Flygon. Switch to Talonflame. I need to add these ones in. and then it should just kind of be free. So it's Talonflame. EQ. Wait, who gets the EQ KO? Who gets the Arcanine KO? Right, I'll exit to Excadrill as well. And then oh, I've used goggles a few times on this because what did I have? I think one of the times I had like a paralyzed mon next to me, so it was always being confused Ray. And then it just makes some of the math easier. And yeah, if you can still bait like on the other slot, fine. Because yeah, Sand Chip. I think it was I did one with Sceptile where I had like Poison Chip that was gonna put me into range of Hex, but only after I took a tick of poison or 2 ticks of poison or something. And yeah. Oh. So you're telling me this plan, which didn't even go well. Okay, it's okay. I'll get revenge for you. I guess it kind of is a Gliscopod KO because if it pops the balloon. Although Gliscopod, I think it would be quite funny though to have Gliscopod take no KOs through the whole run, but come to E4 and still take no KOs and just be like really, really important for it. Turn 3, Overheat plus Dual Run, or EQ, whatever I feel like. Oh, okay. Oh, you went for another EQ, did you? And you end up. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. You had your balloon popped. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to say this. I'm not even going to add the KO. I'm just going to keep Gillispod on 0 kills for as long as possible because I think that'd be the more funny thing to do. Just come to like every other fight, but have no kills. Double KOs. Shocks in. Quick attack plus. Plus draw run KO. Conda in. So now I don't know what I do against this. This is going to see. It's just going to see KO into extra draw, isn't it? Doesn't see crap here. Well, I'll be at -2, so I can't actually do anything to it anyway. I guess I could Will-O-Wisp it if I wanted to. Okay, yeah, it's going to see a KO into extra draw of high horsepower. I can just U-turn and into like Swanner, plus a Fake Out Mon or whatever. Oh, I don't even need a Fake Out Mon. I can just U-turn to Swanner and Swanner KOs, or just switch into Swanner on the ground move. I'll bring Zangoose as a Fake Out Mon anyway. That's fine. Yeah. I don't need to type it all out. All right. Were there nature changes? There were nature changes. Okay. Alright. I just need to make sure I do this pre-damage. Oh, let's say 157. And I guess it's there's not actually any role where quick attack can KO me, but I guess having the fake out just makes it safer for any weird stuff that could happen that I might have missed, or if I don't do my pre-damage or whatever. Um, oh, I can also just still be sturdy. I'm not going to be pre-damaged, so I don't have to change your ability. Expert belt, goggles. Silk scarf. You need charcoal. Take it off you. You don't even have it anymore. I got called a psycho before for keeping items on my mons in the box, which is probably fair. You need to be jolly. You need to be adamant. And you need to be modest. You need detect. You need drill run. Okay. You need quick attack. Yeah, you're all good. You're good. You're good. Oh, my hidden power fire swanner. That was for Ferrothorn on the one of the last Trick House fights because Hurricane wasn't quite a 2-hit KO and I didn't want it to. It was like 1 HP off and I didn't want to mess around with items to figure it out, so I just gave it hidden power fire. To prevent the bad odds because it was a bit awkward otherwise. I don't remember. I did use it. Yeah, you got Sucker Punch. Okay, I'll have to do pre-damage, but otherwise you're fine. Yep, and okay, let's do this pre-damage. Let me save it first. Make sure everything matches up on what the calc says here. Yeah. So it's 133 and 157. Okay, antidote. 133. One more. Antidote. Would have been fine at 134 as well, but that's fine. Okay. No item. Just fine. Okay. Left, right. Yep. Yep. Okay. Just have to dodge this trainer so I don't have to mess around with pre-damage again. I'm sure I haven't fought her. Alright. Save. I can pre-poison Zangoose. I don't think it matters, but there's no reason not to. Okay. Let's go. So, this is always EQ and Giga Drain. So we detect, and we first impression Rotom. It's the Sash. EQ. Levitate, 119. Giga Drain. Dies. No one takes the Rotom KO either. Calistopod, what you doing? Okay, Arcanine, perfect. Oh yeah, Intimidate. I completely forgot about that. It's completely irrelevant anyway. You switch to Talonflame. And we click Sucker Punch onto Arcanine to break this balloon. Oh, it crits. Calistopod, you want that, huh? 87. Yeah, Arcanine fainted. Life Orb, emergency exit, Excadrill in. Another KO with no taker. And then we overheat the Rhyme. And we Drill Run. Oh, I guess I could EQ because it also KOs and it gets a bit of chip on Rhyme. But I mean, I guess it also doesn't matter. Oh, so I guess I didn't even need something that actually did that much into Rhyme. Because I always get EQ chip if I want it. Yeah, well, I don't want it. Let's go down. Rhyme. Down. Sandy Shocks comes in. Has its air balloon, which is going to get popped by Quick Attack, and then Drill Run is going to KO. The perfect rolls. And then Sandaconda. Doesn't see anything into Talonflame ever. So Talonflame can just switch to it can U-turn, I guess. It doesn't make a difference, and Excadrill will hard switch to Swanna. And then Swanna gets to take the KO. It's free. Oh, another crit on a random move. Didn't matter. High horsepower doesn't affect Swanna. GG. Okay, that wasn't. I think that's actually the first time I've been able to do the Oh no, I did the Arcanine thing once before, where the like Excadrill KOs it, but I forgot about the air balloon, so I had to like steer like 3 turns to be able to position to make it actually KO. Well, to pop the balloon. But no, otherwise, yeah, that was kind of a fun line. I still got to use the Excadrill. And now we get to go surfing. Yeah, that's pretty free, isn't it? I only took the hits that I wanted to take. Yeah. Right, what have we got? 107. 109. Oh, this is a question. Do you think that actually catching the encounters should be harder? Because I don't really have an opinion on this at all. But I know some games like Run and Bun, you have to always make a party to kind of be safe because the mons are like so high level and you don't get like the best Pokeballs and stuff for it. But like, I've seen in Lucid, some of the fights, some of the encounters are harder. Some of them are higher level, like double battles or whatever, aren't they? But a lot of them are just like level 5. Um, I don't know if that's something like that hardcore mode would is like even worth it, or if it just is kind of like it was whatever. But because a lot of time I will just run through with anything, and it doesn't actually matter for your encounters here. Um, I don't even know what I'm bringing here. I think do you have Nuzzle on you? No, but you have Sturdy, I guess. So do you. Uh, yeah. No, I don't think like obviously I understand Easy Catch being banned. I don't think that shouldn't be banned, but the game this is still like very very rare for you to actually have to worry about how you're going to catch an encounter. I usually just run into it and just quick ball. and it's fine. Obviously, there's a few things that you have to think about, like Lapras and Beldums or whatever, but most of the time you don't. I don't think I have anything with like Spore or anything, do I? Just in case. No. I guess you're a bit bulkier if I want to Thunder Wave stuff. That'll be fine. Actually, at least have something bulky that can take water hits. While I'm here, I'll start your moves. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, it's probably. I think there is some kind of. I think run and button makes it quite hard just for any mon. Like, even if you're not even worrying about those moves, they can just do damage and be hard to catch. I don't think that's as fun having to do that for every single encounter, every single one being stressful and like not kind of safe. But I think it is better to have some of them where you have to prep for it and to be punished if you don't know. I guess if you don't prep and know that those mons kind of exist or those moves exist, I think there's some kind of like I think there's some value in that. Um, right, where am I? Slateport. Am I taking 134? Hmm. I don't know if I take 134 because I wouldn't mind delaying for the Tauros potentially. Oh, the shot at Tauros. What's my box like? I don't know. I don't actually have. I don't have a fighting type yet, so maybe just maybe Grapple actually does something for my box. I'll leave that one because I could get Heracross or something. I could get fighting types later on. Before then. I'll go for just the normal old rod. I think. Do I surf Lapras? But then I would want to delay 105 because of Perish Song. Lapras if I'm taking that one. I'll go 108 first because that's well, I'll go 109 grass first. I have no problems with that at all. Unless I want to magnet pull Tinkerton, and then my backup is the fact that Grafia is there. I will magnet pull because I have never had Tinkerton. And if I miss the magnet pull, maybe I hit. Hopefully, I hit Grafia. do I? Do I actually do that and minimize and lower my Grafia chances? Because Grafia is just such a free mon for. Oh, nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll magnet pull. If I miss, I'm hitting Grafia. It's fine. I'm just really scared of the Cherim here. But like, obviously, magnet pulling doesn't change anything with that. It just makes it the same as Grafia anyway. Mm. No, I go for 50% on Tinkerton rather than 20% on Grafii. Okay, first ever for me. Literally all the runs I've never had Tinkerton. And my only fairy type, well, I had Oh no, I had a couple. Rapidash, Pikachu, and Ordino, but they're not crazy. That is a big upgrade. Rapidash is good. That's still an upgrade. Okay. 108 we surf. And then if it means I hit the Jellicent later, then I don't have to worry about. I can shoot for the Grafio on that route. Oh, does it? Yeah. See, I haven't had it. I know Marwell was good into it. If you don't get the stupid switches, if you open your party menu and get the switch you expect. But yeah, I guess the typing's the same. Yeah, I guess it would do good. Do you know what is a missed opportunity? Having trainers set up like this, and it's like the worst item ever. Because I know this is what they do for like the optional items on some on like Lucid and stuff, isn't it? Or on Run and Bun, it'll be like a random water route, and it's like hiding a Mega Stone, but you have to do this double battle. And I've seen this before. And I'm like, oh, I bet that item's cool. And then you go onto it, and it's just like the most useless item ever. Like none of the items on the ground in this game ever do anything. Um, I am surfing. Okay, cool. Good one. Uh, 105. I guess in terms of E4 mons, 105, I should be delaying for Lapras and getting the Master Ball, so I don't have to worry about Perish Song. Abandoned Ship is probably go for Grimer because I can get a Alolan Mux. So I should surf it. Any Grimers? Useless one. Okay. Yeah, because Alolan Muck is definitely an E4 mon, isn't it? I know it's been Chant 4. I don't think I've had it often, but of just being so bulky with Sucker Punch and yeah, that's a bit of a miss. Look away. Okay. Uh, so I go over and do the 107 grass next. Skip 105, and I've got the surf on 104 for Basculin. I don't want to do any manip in here. I think I would like, in terms of E4 potential, it's probably Heracross, because fighting types you can always make them work. I'm not going to hit the 1% goodbye, am I? So. Oh my god. It's so bad. And it's really annoying because I went for the Absol floor because I wanted Absol, even though I could have gone like for a Manip and got like Turtonator or gone for Cottony if I got Harvest later on or something. I I could have manipped for Litwick, or I could have waited until after Unknown and got Kangaskhan. Is it a huge Safari Zone dupe further? Like, I missed it on this floor, and I get punished with it now. Like, I don't have any Tauroses though. If I had one of the Tauros, then yeah. Um, I guess at this point I should be. I will delay Savari Zone for like after. Oh fuck's sake! It's not even standing. Not even going in the ball either. I guess at this point I delay Savari Zone, see if I hit like the Cleffer or not later on. Pichu is technically a dupe, isn't it? It just doesn't come up on here. So I guess yeah, you are. It is pretty close to Blissey. If I can like, I might be able to root for Grapploct and Crawdont to guarantee Tauros or get a really good chance at Tauros, and then. But then this doesn't the Kanto one not count? Isn't it only the Paldean ones which count as the? How does that work with Tauros? I know it's on the Hall of Fame thing. It's on the rules. Okay, why are you doing damage? Okay, it's clicking. Okay, it's like clicking roll out. Okay. Okay. God, that's a pretty shit delay. It's at 4%. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess if I miss Tauros, it's still like as long as I don't get Kanto Tauros. If I hit Kanto Tauros, then I'll probably reset at that point. I I wouldn't reset, but yeah, if I hit Kanto Tauros, that's like two huge misses. Oh, I mean, this grass isn't that big a miss because I don't. I think it just they're still like edge KC4 mons. I don't think they're anything guaranteed here. Um, I'll go to 104. Get my Basculin. For an ultra, it worked. It's fine. I will delay New Marvel uh, to try and dupe out the base Voltorb, I think. I think, yeah. So then I guess it's going towards Winona now. Going towards Weather Institute. And a couple of routes so you get there. Yeah, I'll delay those. 119. Please give me Holucha. Um, Although I think I have to flash fire because of how good uh, Hisuian Arcanine is. I think I have to flash fire, but Capsicid's only grass, isn't it, until it evolves? Um, and then Hawlucha's kind of like the backup that I would put like. Yeah, it's only grass until it evolves. Okay, let's see. And then 123 is a weird one because 123 I low key want Parasect to do dry skin rage powder champ stuff. um, but you can't manip for it. There's about 6 grass types. Oh, there's like 4, 5. Um, or you can just go Flash Fire for Turtonator. Or you just send it because the grass is actually good and it just has some cool stuff in there no matter what. Um, as long as you dodge Dragon. and Arbeliever, but at least Arbeliever's Harvest. I don't have Harvest anyway, but so I guess it's Flashfire or Send It. Oh, let's go for Growler first. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh my god, this thing is annoying. Okay. Steven. I'll take some extra citrus berries for no reason. Just gonna fight you quick to get you out of the way, because you're annoying otherwise. And then we flash fire for this Growlithe. Oh, ah, oh my god! Like this is a reset. This is almost getting to a reset point. Like the box does not have enough teams if I'm missing this many times. Fucking Combi, like. Oh, I mean maybe that's one for my mono bug team though. Fuck off. Let's see if I can break defend order. Okay, now I'm like, now I feel like I have to flash fire to get Turtonator because I've got to hit something. I can't just hit Drodagon. uh, I think. But if I only save it so I can actually see what's in my box now. Because I know Turtonator can beat Zamazenta kind of. I know it's a bit of a weird matchup, but it does kind of 1v1 it. Um, it's not super clean. I think you need like the right switch in. I think you need to be switching on like Behemoth Bash, really, don't you? So you're not taking loads on the switch and then you get to burn it. I, my only other Zamazenta answers at the moment. You got Typhlosion, which obviously works for one team. Basculin is a good pivot for it to set up a fire type that can kind of then just outspeed and KO with overheat. So again, then it's to be honest, then probably Scarf Houndoom probably does it with overheat. That would be one setup. Outside of that, I don't think there's anything here at the moment. I guess Talonflame's technically probably not bad into it. It can probably Will-O-Wisp. I don't remember if it outspeeds. Talonflame doesn't even outspeed. But it doesn't take much. You can still kind of position to beat Flame Body and Will-O-Wisp it after a hit. And then roosts up. But I can't imagine Talonflame doing much else on an E4. which makes me think I should be going for Turtonator. But there are more fire type encounters later on there, especially now, especially when I have Flash Fire. Like, I might have to go for one. I might have to go for Lampent or something. I might have to Flash Fire Chandelure later on. I guess I can get. I get one in Magma Hideout, very likely. Because I have got to start thinking like this for my encounters because I've missed so many like just general good stuff. I've got to start being more specific. I've probably got to go for Turt. But then there's also the fact that I think there's multiple restricted ones which can beat Zamazenta. It's like, then do you need? Well, I guess it's not loads. It just means do you then need it? Need to stock up on as many here. Uh, I'll have to go for the Flash Fire. I might not even hit it. It might not even matter anyway. Alright, I'll go for it. Just just don't be our believer. Or Dragon. Okay, we miss it again, but Toadstool is fine, I guess. I don't. I have never been able to see the E4 source with it, but I know it's supposed to do some stuff. I've had it in my box a couple of times and I've never really got much use out of it. Let's take these random berries. Okay. I don't think that's the best surf sim, especially when I've delayed so much for that. Tink is good. Can't forget that I got Tink. Was that citrus and leper? I think I don't need them, do I? All right, time to plan another double fight, I guess. Well, I'll just sort my box first. I have a LGM in here marked to never level up because that is going to be my Roma. I can't see Bahiem doing ever doing anything. So that's my Roma minute one. Don't know if any. Well, you said Tinkerton's really good for this fight. Don't know what else would potentially be used here. I can tell you, Lickitung doesn't get used. Basculin's holding a deep sea tooth. Okay. Oh, do you know this run was actually kind of blessed from the start. The random slowpoke I caught, the very first one, it was holding a lagging tail. So I have a lagging tail without ever having to do anything. I didn't cheat that in. I swear. Even though you showed me how, I did not cheat. I didn't cheat that in. I just caught my slowpoke with a lagging tail. I haven't used it yet. I forgot. I've kind of forgot I had it, but just do quick natures, just so I have easier calcs of the base. I, why did I even bother leveling up Licky Licky or taking out the box? Oh yeah, if I was going for bright powder, I have to do stupid stuff to get it, don't I? Your mail. Okay, good. Take out. Oh, you're gonna knock off. It's a shame Dragalge is so bad because it's like it has strong moves. Like just as a baseline, having like that kind of moves like that is actually good. It just does nothing ever. Oh, and I'm actually not even gonna bother with Lickitung. I will try to do bright powder on one of these champs when I do it. I'll try to make one that's actually like consistent and just is literally just there to switch in, bait or spin switch out. It was just when I had. It wasn't even just the fact that like Scald could burn. It's like, okay, you have to account for the fact that this move could miss, this move could miss. Like I might endure and then not even get knocked down, like to 1 HP or whatever. Everything might miss, or like if I'm trying to actually sack them on, I can't guarantee I can do it and stuff. So it was just too many lines for that. But I will try and do it on one of them. I got the broken move. Yay. Pretty sure it's Waterstone, isn't it? Polygraph. Well, I know obviously I'll get to the Elite. Well, unless some weird disaster happens, I will get to the Elite Four. It's just will I get to the Elite Four with many good mons? With an like, I don't think it's fun to do this if I don't have like at least like 4 or 5 teams. Like, I want to be able to show off a bit. It's like if I get maybe if after Surf Sim I've kind of got to make a decision, like the Moss Deep one or like at Moss Deep. is the box actually worth playing through the evil team fights and stuff, or is it worth just resetting and just trying for a better box? Yeah, three's the absolute minimum, but I want 4 or 5. Like three, I could easily do in one sitting. I think I could do 4 if I made sure if I like kind of sped myself up a bit, and um, I think there's less pressure on it anyway, so I don't have to do as much like between fights. Um, but I want at least I want 4 or 5. But I guess the nature of this is that you can run another attempt and just be like, well, now the attempt is beating 4 or beating 5. Like, obviously, I want to set a good baseline, but it's not something that couldn't be redone if it was fun enough. Okay, look at is never leaving the box again. I should never even brought it out in the first place. Is that what I got? I guess so. Combi, I always forget what Vespercoin actually is. It's neither. It's both. Ah, Vespercoin will come out on Sun Doubles maybe. Queenly Majesty. Maybe that's the one thing it's going to be able to do for me. Um, Attack order is physical. Yeah, okay. So you're bold. No, Impish, sorry. Impish. I can change the agenda, can't I? Yeah, okay. I guess. Oh, is Reflect type part of the Toad's Crawl tech? Is that part of what the E4 stuff is? Maybe I didn't. I probably didn't look into that properly. I did think it got it, but maybe I didn't look at how it can use that. I was just hearing they're like, oh yeah, it has Rage Powder and Spore, and I'm like, yeah, but it, they don't like. It's not actually that good to Rage Powder on Champ with it because you don't take that. You don't stay alive that long, and Spore is like risky. It only actually gives you one free turn. Or I mean, it doesn't even give you a free turn if you use it like with your faster. They can still just wake up the next turn. Yeah. But I guess if there's reflect type stuff, if like you get the fact that you get the spore and then reflect type, and then it gives you different options, and yeah, maybe there's something there. I guess I'll have to look. Um, I will break defend order Vesperquen. I won't. I'm not touching that thing. But it's not one of the ones that can use toxic, is it? Because that would be funny. It's not. I guess it is bulky enough where that would have just made sense on its own anyway. Oh my god, I could have been using Toxic Emolga. I missed the trick there. Yeah, I don't know. You don't need to give you that much more. That's enough to just see what you can do on a calc. Right. Okay. Save. Let's plan this fight. Um. Oh, the stupid sand stuff's all behind it, isn't it? No, it's not even Shelly. It's Matt. Okay, have I got first check for me is always have I got stuff that can KO Armaldo or Machamp, which I guess now with Tinkaton I probably do. I also have Beak Blast 2 Cannon, but it just dies to Armaldo. And it probably doesn't KO Mega Machamp. It's a roll, so no. Mega Machamp. Talonflame doesn't do it. Oh wait, doesn't 2 Cannon get Brave Bird by now? No, it doesn't. It's an ETM. So yeah, I can't OHKO to Machamp. I can OHKO Armaldo in a few ways. Don't know how it thinks Houndoom can do it, but I have Reverie, I have Exegol, I have Tinkaton. Could all do it. Oh, I have it at 80%. Never mind. The only thing that I have that can do it. Well, obviously Tinkaton does. Reverie and Magnezone could as well. I think Reverie cool for doubles. I haven't used it too much yet, but the fact that you can KO someone with spin out and then you're baiting fast KOs afterwards is pretty good. And Mega Machamp sees Fire Punch after it Mega Evolves. That's something that I could use. I could definitely be abused. Is that the same for Tinkaton? It doesn't see it until it Mega Evolves and it sees Fire Punch. Yeah. Okay. And Tink is... It would bait highest damage Ogerpon or Greninja. But if I open the party menu, it stops being Ogerpon. Oh no, I think Greninja's actually just that weak. They wouldn't be anyway. That's shown as water type damage. I mean, it would be halved, so yeah, it would still be 118, 59. It would be more either way, so it's always Ogerpon. Okay. But that's if I was to KO Machamp. I'm probably not KOing Machamp. I'm probably going through the other side, aren't I? Skikaton Hammer always KOs Armaldo. Bates Starmie. No, it's not because effective move, so it's highest damage, which is looking like Earth Power, Jugulus. It is which I can't OHKO, but I can always 2-hit KO. Feels Reverroom, it's going to be the same thing, isn't it? It's going to be Earth Power. Except it actually sees Earth Power. And Machamp would see Fire Punch. But it could actually work if I had something that could KO Machamp, but I don't. I wonder if I can do some Cinderace stuff here. It's a shame that the only Ghost type move Cinderace gets is Shadow Ball. It'd be so broken if it got like Shadow Claw or Shadow Punch or something. Yeah, it's never doing enough. Because I was thinking, like, what if I bait? Because like I could bait Drain Punch from Machamp on turn 1 into Cinderace. It doesn't see KO into Revavroom, but and then when it Mega Evolves, it does see KO into Revavroom. But I could like Shadow Ball and dodge Drain Punch, and then it's not seeing anything into Cinderace on the second turn, and neither would, and even if Jugulus does, which it probably does with Dark Pulse, it would be fast kill into Revavroom, and then that's really easy to kind of just switch into Earth Power. But I can't KO the Machamp fast enough to also be switching in on a Fire Punch and because we don't have air balloons. I guess Fire Punch plus Earth Power Swallow works. Kind of. I mean, it does. Always baits Thunder Punch. But if I get crit, I'm baiting different moves on the Jugulus. I guess this is where Pelipper's good as a detect one. I guess I don't have to KO a champ with Cinderace. I could then start targeting the Jugulus with Cinderace. Just feels a bit of a backwards way of doing stuff for no reason. I think I am just supposed to bait stuff next to Tink, aren't I? I just don't know how. Baiting with Machamp is meant to go here. I have Caracosta, which makes things really simple now. I can switch Caracosta in on Fire Punch, B-Bait and Drain Punch, and Earth Power probably. Yeah. And then I switch and I can detect once as I get a KO, and yeah, okay, Caracosta probably makes this really simple. I think that's the idea here. Fair enough, that's probably really easy. Just Tinkaton Caracosta and just slowly take them down. Yeah, fair enough. There's something that dies to Fire Punch on turn 1. Have I got something that can switch in on Drain Punch consistently and bait Fire Punch, though? Probably not. But I could do Typhlosion, which baits Thunder Punch, and then have something like that switches in and then does something else. And yeah, there's ways of doing this. Okay. Okay, so Armaldo's always on the right here. I think it's always better to just bait with Tinkaton. I can have a Scavalier first to switch into Caracosta and bait Fire Punch, and if I want to use Scavalier later on for something, I've got Shell Armor and Endure to do that. Okay. Oh, I've also got Basculegion that can switch in on fire moves, on fighting moves, and then bait Thunder Punch and just flip turn for damage. So I think I can abuse Machamp well. I think I can probably do enough of abusing Machamp while do stuff for the other side. Tink takes out the other side. Or would a Scavalier be Caracosta actually, wouldn't it? Caracosta bait Starmie if I wanted Starmie in first. Do I want Starmie in first? I don't think I do.
No, I don't. Okay, so turn 1 is just Gigaton Hammer KO and switch to Garacosta. And Jug comes in. And they both then see KOs with Earth Power. Yep. Earth Power is Ray Punch. So I think 2 shots. But do I want to be in a position where it dies after Life Orb or can die to crit? Like I would think I would rather click something which doesn't KO it first, so I can guarantee what I'm doing works. Is there ever a world I want to covet the Life Orb? I wonder how that works when you start taking the damage. That's quite funny, actually. I might try and covet the Life Orb just to do something different. Covet plus player off always KOs when I have the Life Orb added on, and after a Life Orb chip if I do that. Oh hell, which always KOs even though item. I think that's kind of fun. Let's see if it works. Garacosta is detecting first. Then it would be Jug. Then it's Tink Covet, Jug, still Life Orb. I'm assuming because I didn't attack with the Life Orb, so I don't get the boosted damage, it doesn't do a tick then. But we'll do this for science. And just make sure that it's safe either way. Machamp Drain Punch. Because it's seeing fast kills into Caracosta, so even though it sees kill into Tink, it doesn't matter. I'll give Costa a Roast Berry, so in case it gets burned on the fire punches. Turn 3, Tink has a Life Orb. Does Life Orb... Imagine if Life Orb Tink KOs Machamp. I don't think it does. Doesn't. That would have been good. Although... it does after a Basket Legion flip turn. But I don't know how I get to that position yet. Okay, well that's something. So it's the same moves that I'm baiting here. Earth Power and Drain Punch. Um, I mean, Vesquen's a great switch into that, but then it's Thunder Punch or Fire Punch, which I don't want to be doing. Uh, how much does Swan take from a Drain Punch? I think it takes a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, it takes a lot. Oh my god, having Earth Power here is actually, I mean, having Air Balloon here, sorry, is so broken. Like, I completely see why Air Balloon was moved. Like, it makes so many double fights free for baiting. Like, just artificially creating a ground immune mon is just so broken. Can Galissapod do anything here? It takes 17% from that. Yeah, I know a lot. I know, like, when I've did a 1.2 run, like it wasn't Hall of Fame, and I like was looking a few some of the strats and that, and I know like there was like just a easy like Lucario strat that you could do for like detecting and with air balloon and stuff on stand doubles, and it's like think and like there was just certain strats, especially with the guaranteed mons and the air balloon, like you could just copy stuff, like just straight up. Or it might not have been it might have been Mount Chimney or something, but there was like a couple there, and it was just yeah, it just made some things really silly, really easy. Uh, yeah, yeah, having a guaranteed Detectmon and then the Mega for Trick House with like Steel typing and stuff. Yeah, that's. Uh, I could position this to always eject Galissapod off of Earth Power and Drain Punch. What comes in afterwards is Starmie. So then I could U-turn, bait in Hydro Pump, Talonflame. Although in this case, I just switch in. I just go to Talonflame, and I'm just know that I'm baiting Thunder Punch plus Hydro Pump. Could be Thunder. Uh, it would be Thunder because accuracy are both going to be inaccurate. But then you have the power chance. So now I would be baiting double electric moves, and I can U-turn to break the Sash and then KO with Tink. Oh no, because then you're not seeing fast KO with Machamp. Then it's a random KO, so I can't do a pivot KO like that. A pivot like that. Oh, that makes things really annoying for the Starmie actually. Like, I have to take 2 hits to KO everything. It's so annoying. There's only so much I can dance around this Machamp. Right, so let me just get the time written down. So I know that um, it's Jugular Earth Power again. Then Tink KOs. Tink Player Off KOs Jugulus. And I take a Life Orb chip if I'm stealing it. Then Machamp. Drain Punch is Costa, so what's Costa switching to? Switch to question mark. And then it'll be Starmie in. Uh, I guess no, there's I can't do that. It's probably just using Talonflame, even though it's not. No, I can't use Talonflame. I need to use something slower than Machamp. So I could use a slow Basculegion. It's always baiting Thunder Punch and Thunder after an Earth Power. Um, this is awkward. Yeah, this is awkward. I don't know what I want to do here. As soon as I get rid of the left side, it'll be easy. It's just I don't feel like I have clean baits. I guess Talonflame is a clean bait. No, it's not. It's slow. It's too fast. Sorry. I mean, I can be Iron Ball, which does do it. Well, it doesn't Iron Ball ground me. Okay, I can't be Iron Ball then because I need the Earth Power immunity. I need Air Balloon. Um, I guess it's Basculegion then. But I'm worried. Earthbound, I have to take 81 minimum. But if I was to get like crit special defense drop, then it's gonna see psychic KO. Yeah, just delay this. Like, I don't like risking something like this where the bait can change. Like, even if it's something as low chance as crit special defense drop, I don't like risking it on a double fight. Like, it's just way too much. Singles, yeah, you can steer out or something like that. Like, you'll know what the new move baiting is, and you've probably got options in the back where you can steer it. But doubles, that just messes with everything. Um, yeah, this is really awkward. It's the fact that Tink is slow, so like every KO I'm trying to take, I have to be able to take two moves on whatever the baiting is. I think I'm gonna come back to it. I need a quick break. I'm not making any progress here. I'll have a break and then I'll come back to it in, I don't know, hour or something. See if I've got any other ways of doing it. I might look for different leads. Because this baiting just doesn't seem like it's going to be a safe option. All right. Thanks for chilling. I might turn stream on again later. See if I find something cool for this, and I probably will. Otherwise, I might Discord demon it and just push through. Nobody will know, right? I just magically appear at Winona in an hour. No one will know. Um, I won't do that. I will stream the fight later once I figured it out. All right. See ya.